it's time for one of our newer segments, Watch With Us, which of course is hosted by one of my dear friends, Naz Perez from Rotten Tomatoes, and she's going to give us the lowdown on all the hot shows that are coming to streaming services. So let's get comfy because we're ready to binge watch all the things that Naz has to recommend for us. Yay, we're back.
Yes, Alex, I love it. I'm so excited. You guys have to remember there's so much out there right now that I literally all the time, every day, I'm like, what do I watch? There's so many streaming services. There's so many great options. So I want you all to know that you can go to RottenTomatoes.com. There's so many lists. We have a hub called Binge Central. It's my favorite thing ever. There's always lists about what's new on Netflix coming up this month, what's new on Disney Plus, all the streaming platforms. One of my favorite recent lists we have are the worst rotten movies of all time. That one's really fun. So yeah, just remember that you can go to RottenTomatoes.com when you don't know what to watch in this endless sea of, options when it comes to what there is to watch.
Yeah, so Naz, I hear this first show is all about where liberation ends and exploitation begins. This looks good. Tell us about I May Destroy You.
Okay, so Courtney, Alex, I May Destroy You is my favorite thing on television right now. It might be my favorite thing that I've watched all year. It's 97% fresh. It's a British comedy. It's a series set in London. It stars Michaela Cole. She's this young woman. Her name's Arabella, who seeks to rebuild her life after being raped. So the show actually fictionalizes the story of Michaela's real sexual assault. And it really just explores the psychology of the self. How do you become whole again after trauma breaks you open? And the reason why I love this show so much is because it does a really good job of blurring the lines. So none of the characters that you see are what they seem. I think it just does a fantastic job of showing how people can be both the perpetrator and the victim in life. And it also does a good job of showing how blurry the line can be when it comes to how we define rape or sexual assault. But we got to talk about the star power that is Michaela Cole, because her performance is undeniably brilliant and so captivating. This woman doesn't only star in the show, she created it, she wrote it, she co-directed, executive produced it. She's 32 years old. There's no writer's room. It's this woman doing it all herself. She's in full creative control. And she really is just the coolest person on television right now. Netflix actually offered her $1 million for the show back in 2017, and she turned it down because they wouldn't give her, I think it was any of the percentage of the copyright. So imagine turning that down. She's just incredible. Now it's this huge show on HBO. And I just feel like it's really hard to find original stories these days that are dark, but quietly funny. There's a lot of humor in it, and it has something to say, and that's I May Destroy You. There's 9 episodes out right now. They're about half an hour each, and there's 12 total. So we have 3 left. Comes out every Monday on HBO Max. Do not sleep on I May Destroy You.
Wow, Naz. Just the fact that she walked away from $1 million, that makes me want to watch alone. Wesley in the chat right now, he's saying I May Destroy You is iconic. So freaking good, amazing, and one of the best shows of the year. So I'm already interested, Naz, to be honest.
Yeah, Wesley, you definitely have good taste. And I'm telling you guys, this is the show you want to tune into. Especially, I'm a big fan of Insecure and Issa Rae. And so when that ended, I May Destroy You sort of came out and it filled that void. It's a completely different story, but it's so good that you don't want to miss out on it. So definitely hop on it now before the finale comes.
Yeah, I mean, this looks incredible. I love that girl power she wrote, stars in it, directs it. I mean, that's what we love to see in 2020. So I'm just going to watch it for that reason, because I love that kind of female empowerment vibe, inspired by it. So, but another show on HBO Max has us and the T-Tribe so excited. Naz, you're going to tell us about Selena and Chef. What can we expect? This is so exciting.
Yeah, so this is really exciting, guys, because Cell goddess Selena Gomez is getting her own cooking show. So HBO Max is truly giving us a show that is completely made in quarantine. This show was made while we've been shut down. So in Selena and Chef, Selena Gomez welcomes us into her new house. We all know she's moved. She's quarantined with her Nana, Papa, her best friends Liz and Raquel. And we basically get to watch as Selena improves her non-existing cooking skills with the help of some pretty big name chefs. So in the first episode, Selena talks to the French chef and restaurateur Ludo Lefebvre. So if you're from LA, you may know him from Petit Trois or Ludo Bird, which are his restaurants. And so basically, I love the first episode because he teaches Selena how to make a French omelet together. And it's really just fun to see Selena Gomez in this natural environment in her new home, learning some new and you get to learn some new cooking skills. So it's definitely a win-win for me. I just love this show because I think it's really fun to see celebrities in quarantine, you know, and it's nice to watch someone that has the same cooking skills that I have, which are basically non-existent, but getting better by the day in quarantine. And I just feel like Sel is slaying it. If you guys follow her on Instagram, which I mean, I'm sure you do because she's one of the most followed people on Instagram, but you know, she's kind of been MIA. We've seen her settle into her new place. She's taking guitar lessons now. She has a makeup line coming out. And this cooking show comes out next week. So it's 1 week from today. Put it in your calendars, HBO Max. So as the kids say, we love to see it. Sel is slaying.
Yes.
I can't wait for this.
We can't wait for this. Of course, T-Tribe, put those crowns in the chat because we know this is some exciting Selena news. All right, well, over on Netflix, I hear that Selling Sunset is coming back. I have only seen season 1 of this, but I hear that tea is being spilled. There's lots of drama. Naz, tell us all about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to tell you about this because I know that both of you love reality shows and a lot of us have Netflix. This is also, this is coming out tomorrow. So put this on your calendar. And Netflix has just been dropping the reality shows this year. They gave us Love is Blind, Too Hot to Handle, Selling Sunset Season 2. They have just been slaying the reality game. And now we're getting Selling Sunset Season 3 tomorrow. So if you share your Netflix password with your family, like I do, maybe tell them not to be on it tomorrow night. Haha, just kidding. I didn't say that. But if you've never seen Selling Sunset, it's set in the world of LA's high-end real estate. So we follow 7 of the city's most successful female realtors. They all work together at the #1 agency in the Hollywood Hills and the Sunset Strip. And they basically compete with each other in this cutthroat LA market. But it's also very much about their personal lives. I've seen the first 2 episodes, and what I love about it, aside from the fact that I get to look inside LA houses that I'll never be able to afford because I just live in a room, is if you're like me, I don't know, Alex, I don't know how you feel. Courtney, I don't know if you watch Laguna Beach or The Hills, but if you grew up with Laguna Beach and The Hills, this show sort of feels that guilty pleasure because it comes from the creative minds behind both of those shows. And you can tell by watching it, just in between, you know, when they cut to different scenes with the LA skylines and the pop songs. You guys know what I'm talking about. But as far as what we can expect, right. Yes. As far as what we can expect from season 3, what I can tell you guys is that Christine's wedding to Christian will be a major plot point. Chrishell's divorce from the This Is Us star Justin Hartley will also be a major plot point. And Heather Ray Young's relationship with the new HGTV star Tarek El Moussa, to who she is now engaged, will also be a very hot topic. So a lot of tea to spill in Selling Sunset season 3 coming out mañana.
Ooh, I haven't seen that yet, but girl, Laguna Beach in the Hills, I'll be logging right on in, girl. I definitely will be getting my peepers peeled to be watching. Absolutely.
Yeah, we just talked about Chrishell on the show yesterday because she actually was Justin's ex. What I guess has a new show, and they put Chrishell's face on the article, and there was some drama. She tweeted them. It was really bad. Yeah.
Interesting.
I know.
Yeah. It's fun to sort of have a show because, you know, I know you guys were talking about Housewives before. So it's just fun to sort of have like a different LA. It's not your typical LA realty show. You know how we see a lot of reality shows that feature homes. So this one's sort of fun because you get that home vibe and you get to see those really cool mansions and, like I was saying, stuff that I could never afford, but you also sort of get like that housewife drama, if you know what I mean, all together in one show.
Well, after we check that out on Netflix, there's another show, and of course, as a former dancer, I am so excited for this next show, Work It, starring Sabrina Carpenter and Liza Koshy. This is like Bring It On, but for dancers, right?
Oh my God, I am so excited to tell you guys about this. So it's actually a feature film. This also comes out tomorrow, also on Netflix. So again, guys, share that password. And this movie is from the same studio that brought us The Kissing Booth and To All the Boys I Loved Before, and it is produced by Alicia Keys. So if you felt like you love those movies and you love dance movies, T-Tribe, you are going to love this one. So Work It is about a high schooler played by Sabrina Carpenter. She wants to get into the college of her dreams, but in order to do so, she has to perform well at a dance competition. So she puts together a misfit group of dancers with her best friend, who's played by Liza Koshy, like you were saying, Alex, and to take on the best dance squad at that school. But the catch is she's got to learn how to dance. So she gets help from this winning choreographer played by Jordan Fisher, and she may or may not catch feelings for him. I also may or may not have caught feelings for him while watching this. The stars don't stop there. It's so many people that we just love that we've seen in different projects. Keenan Lonsdale from The Flash and Love, Simon. Riverdale's Drew Ray Tanner's also in this. And like I was saying, guys, I have become one with my couch, and I just want you to know that this film is so fun. It got me off of my feet. I was just dancing to all the songs. Sabrina Carpenter actually co-wrote one of the original songs in the film. It's called Let Me Move You. And most of us, I think, know that Liza Koshy can dance. So I cannot wait for you all to see her performance in this. It is just, so good. And her and Akaman Jones' choreography is literally like peanut butter and jelly. So Akaman Jones was the choreographer on this. If you guys dance or you're into dance, I'm sure you know his name. He's done everything from like Usher's music videos to Pitch Perfect. And what I love about the moves that he puts in this film is I'm someone who doesn't really have the best. I don't have any rhythm, but I have a little rhythm, if that makes sense. Like I can hang, but the dance moves that he puts,
I've danced with you before.
The dancers that he puts in this, Alex, let's not talk about that right now. The dancers that he puts in the film, they're not that intimidating. Because like when I watch dance movies, I'm like, I'll never be able to dance like this. You know, like we've all seen Channing Tatum do his thing, and I'm like, never. But some of the dance moves he puts in are very approachable, and they have a lot of character, and they're fun. So it's a great balance of both. The story is inspired by the director's real life. Her name's Laura Taruso. So she actually didn't know how to dance at a young age. And then she trained, got the lead in a high school musical that she was auditioning for. And she said that dancing gave her a lot of confidence. And so that's why you really feel that through this film. You know that dance is a universal language. Everybody, I would be shocked if Work It is not in Netflix's top 10 this weekend. This is what you want to watch tomorrow night. Work it, work it, work it. Work it.
Well, I just want to say that the girls and boys of the world sleep on Sabrina Carpenter. So as soon as I saw she was in a movie, I was signed up. And Liza is iconic, very in person. Shout out to her being one of the only top YouTubers that has remembered my name. So we'll definitely be checking this out and supporting them. Absolutely. Shout out to both ladies.
Yeah, both ladies are all the ladies are incredible. The dancing's so good. And I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun. And I'm actually really curious to hear what you think about it after you see it. But it's really, really good.
I cannot wait. This is right up my alley. I love Sabrina Carpenter. I've interviewed her many times. And we can't sleep on Jordan Fisher because, as you said, he's not bad on the eyes. And he's so charming and such a sweetheart. They're all very, very talented. And I love a dance movie. So I will watch that this weekend and I will let you know. Naz,
yeah. I'm ready. Also, like when To All the Boys I Love Before P.S. I Still Love You came out, I was like, Noah Centineo who? Like I was so zoned in on Jordan Fisher and his charisma. And if there was an award for the most charismatic person on screen right now, I think it would go to Jordan Fisher because he just makes your heart melt when you're watching him.
And he can dance well. Of course, he was also in Hamilton.
God. Yes. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff on Broadway. I can't really say much else about the film, but just watch it tomorrow. And T-Tribe, I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it.
Ooh.
Yes. Well, not to leave out Hulu because there are so many streaming services we can't keep up. But tell us about this show, Woke. It sounds interesting. There's a twist of fate. Tell us more, Naz. We need to know.
Yeah, so what I love about Woke is that this is the perfect show for the times right now. And I love when I watch something on television and it's reflecting the world I'm living in. This show tackles the main issues in our country right now: systemic racism, police brutality. But the thing about Woke on Hulu is that it isn't heavy, though. It tackles them in this sort of surreal, absurd manner that gets to the heart of the issue without a lot of tension. So Woke follows an African-American cartoonist. His name's Keith. He's played by Lamorne Morris. You guys may know him from New Girl. He's so great. And Keith doesn't like to rock and roll or put political or social messages in his artwork. So he's a cartoonist. And so in the show, his cartoons and artwork are on the verge of like mainstream success, but then an unexpected incident changes everything for him. He gets arrested while minding his own business. And so after that incident, Keith starts to see inanimate objects like garbage cans and soda bottles come to life in the form of his own cartoons, and they start talking to him. And they basically follow him around and lead him on this path to being woke. I love it because of how entertaining it is, but also because of how important it is. And his cartoons coming to life and talking to him provide some pretty amusing scenarios. And the best part about Woke is that it's actually inspired by the life and work of real artist Keith Knight. So Hulu will drop all 9 episodes of Woke on September 9th. Don't forget to put that in your calendar. And yeah, I think this is, like I said at the beginning, the perfect show for our times. And again, I just love watching something, learning from it, but also being entertained.
Definitely.
Let me tell you right now, Naz, I was very upset yesterday because as I was going through some of these options, I put on the trailer to Woke and I was very excited with the trailer. And then I realized it was not out yet. And I was ready to watch, I was ready to watch it. I was like, oh, I said, oh, now this is it. I said, now let me get into this Anthem too. Because people always say, ever since New Girl came out, people always say that I look like Lamorne. So I was ready to support, and it's not out yet. So I want to say to the T-Tribe, if you have not seen this trailer of this show, you need to watch it as fast as possible. This is going to be a hit. This is going to be a smash. I'm ready. I'm so glad that you recommended this, Naz, because I'm genuinely very excited about this.
Yeah, thank you, Courtney. I think it's a great show. And, I always love to, we always have these popular things that are coming out that a lot of us see all the time. But I also want to make sure that you guys are getting sort of under the radar picks, which is why RottenTomatoes.com is so great, because you can find out about shows that you haven't heard of or seen on a billboard yet. And Woke is definitely one of those shows that you guys should 100% check out. I also personally, just being a lover of Space Jam so much, I love when a real actor interacts with cartoons. You know what I mean? I love when sort of live action and animation is mixed together. So the fact that it's timely, it's relevant, it's important, it has something to say, but it also has that element of cartoons and a real person talking. It's everything I wanted in a show. So I'm excited for you to check out Woke, Courtney, for sure.
I am so excited. This looks amazing. This is some great content you recommended for us today. Naz, we got a little of something for everyone. T-Tribe, let us know in the chat, what are you most excited to see out of Naz's recommendations? And of course, Naz, we love to see you here every time. We wish you could come more. So thank you for being here today. And we got to get to our couches / boyfriends and binge, because this is so much content we need to consume. But we love you. Thanks for coming, Naz.
Oh, thanks for having me on. I love you guys. Remember RottenTomatoes.com, and you both are beautiful and fabulous. And Alex, thanks for matching in blue with me today. It means so much. I love you.
Yes.